All right, it's time to do K9 on IXL. K9, kind of like the dog. We're going to do K9 on IXL, okay? So let's go. All right, so I'm going to jump in. I've done a couple of problems already. I did 2 problems. I have 9 points. Hopefully you'll do a lot better than me. All right, so what we're going to do is look at this process. 4u plus 2 is less than -6. Now, before we get started, I want to put a few notes over here. I'm going to put this one here. That's an open hole, okay? And I'll put another one here. That's a closed hole, okay? And so when we're graphing inequalities, once again, we're dealing with inequalities. When you're graphing inequalities, you want to make sure that you graph them correctly. And one of the ways that you graph them, particularly on a number line, is a less than sign. It'll be like this, or greater than sign. Whenever you graph it on a number line, it's going to be an open hole, okay? But if it's a closed hole, or if it's greater than or less than or equal to, then you're going to use a dark hole when you do it. So let's go ahead and solve this problem, and let's just keep this in mind, okay? So 4u plus 2 is greater than -6. All right, so 4u plus 2, -6. Okay, good. Okay, so 4u plus 2, and I need to draw my inequality symbol up here. It's greater than -6. So we want to have our variables on this side. We want to have our numbers on this side. Remember that the hashtag sign, you call it a hashtag, it also means numbers, okay? So the first thing we want to do is to move the +2. We want to have this +2 on this side. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to do its inverse operation, or we're going to do the opposite. So this is a +2. The opposite of a +2 is a -2. So we're going to subtract 2, or -2, on both sides, okay? Good. So +2 and -2 together are going to give you 0. Let me show you. So we have 2 minus 2, and that's going to be 0, all right? So +2, -2, that's going to give us 0. So now these two cancel out. So we'll have 4u is greater than, and -6 minus 2. What do you think that is? -6 minus 2. So -6 minus 2. -8. Now, some of you are saying, Mr. Varner, that's actually -6 combined with -2. Well, let's see if that happens. -6 combined, which also means add, -2. We combining -6 and -2, -8. Same thing, okay? I'm glad you caught that. Good job, okay? So let's go ahead. And so that's going to be -8. Okay, so now 4u is greater than -8. Okay, so we want the u by itself. So 4u is really 4 times u. 4u is really 4 times u. And we want to make sure that the u is by itself. We want the u to be totally by itself, okay? So what are we going to do to get the u by itself? Right, since it's 4 times u, we're going to divide on both sides by 4. Okay, so 4 goes into 4 one time, so that kind of, you're really just going to scratch that out and get rid of it. So now you have u is greater than -8 over 4. Well, what's -8 over 4? Let's find out. -8 divided by 4. -8 divided by 4 should give us -2. -2, good. So now we know that -8 divided by 4 is -2. So now we have u is greater than -2. Okay, so this is where we need to pay close attention. Okay, we're going to go to -2. That's where -2 is on the number line. Now that says u is greater than, so it's a symbol, just the greater than symbol. So this circle is going to be open. So when I come to -2, the first time I hit it, it's closed. The second time I hit it, it's open. We're shading for u. So u is greater than -2. So everything that's greater than -2. All right, so is -3 greater than -2? No, -3 is not greater than -2. Is -1 greater than -2? Yes. Is 0 greater than -2? Yes. Is 1 greater than -2? Yes. So everything in this direction is greater than -2. Okay, so now we've solved the inequality and we graphed it. Let's see if I'm right. I might be wrong. I do make mistakes frequently. Fantastico. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. So let's do one more problem, okay? Okay. I'm going to erase the board very quickly. Okay. All right. So this one is 10 plus 9j is less than 1. 10 plus 9j is less than 1. Okay, solve the inequality and graph the solution. Those are the directions. We're going to solve for j. So let's solve for j. Okay, 10 plus 9j, 1. Okay, so now let's solve for j. Let's see. Okay, so the great thing is we see now that it's less than, there's a less than sign. Okay, 10 plus 9j is less than 1. So since it's a less than sign, we know when we end, we're going to have an open hole. Okay, okay, and so we want to do this. We want to get rid of the 10, right? We want to get rid of the 10 because we want the variables on this side, the numbers on this side, right? Variables over here and numbers over here. Okay, so -10 on both sides. Good. So 10 and -10 are going to cancel each other out. It's actually 0. So that leaves you with 9j is less than, now 1 minus 10. That's going to leave you with -9, right? Let's see. 1 minus 10 is -9. Some of you might be saying, Mr. Varner, that's actually 1 combined with -10. All right, so let's see. 1 combined with -10. -9. Same answer, okay? Good, good. I'm glad you picked up on it. So, -9. So now we need to do what? Solve for u. So this is actually 9j. That's really 9j. So we want to solve for j. So since it's 9j or 9 times j, we're going to divide by 9 on both sides. Okay, so 9 into 9 is 1. So they kind of cancel each other out. So that leaves you with j is less than, and -9 divided by 9, -9 divided by 9 is going to be a -1. Okay, So now we go to solve it. We're going to graph it now. Once again, since it's a less than or greater than, and it doesn't have the equal signs at the bottom, it's going to be an open hole. So I'm going to -1, and I need to click it twice so it's an open hole, okay? And J is less than -1. So everything less than -1. -2 is less than, -3, -4, on and so on and so on. So it should look just like this. Let's check. I'm going to hit submit and see if I'm right. Fantastic. So now you know exactly what to do to solve these types of problems, okay? If you have any issues, then feel free to get in contact with me. You can text me, you can email me, you can give me a call, and we'll go through these problems because you need to make 80% or better so you can get 100% on the class, all right? So make 80% or better. I'm looking forward to working with you again. Take care.